Oh, look at that. I don't see anything. Oh, there we go. Okay. Excellent connection. Great. Okay, so I'm going to play some games with Relentless Gaze of the Sun probably for a little bit. Um, and yeah, so the plan is to just switch over to this here. Right. So the plan is to do some of these achievements that I've got outstanding in my spreadsheet. So for gaze, and I'm choosing gaze because it's very warm today. Um, I haven't won on any board since I started recording boards. I haven't played against Sweden apparently, which has really surprised me, or Russia. I could do a duo with another spirit because there's a lot of combinations I haven't done, and I could do a scenario. So those are the options. I think I'll just start off with like a low difficulty Sweden or something. And I'd imagine with gaze it should be pretty good actually. So let's try against Sweden. Probably a lower mining rush. Yeah, I'm gonna forget about mining rush. I haven't played against them for ages. So let's just do Sweden 4 and see how we go. And hopefully, I mean, I have the fan on me. It's very warm in the UK today, though it's not as bad as I thought it would be, because we've got some overcast weather, but it's all good. Why is this? Why is this? There we go. It's fine. Just have a look at my. Oh no, the bitrate is low. Oh no, what does that mean? What does that mean? What do I do about that? I have to maximize this to see what's going on. Oh gosh, recommended 6,800, but I'm doing 3,000. Okay, really curious to see what that looks like. Let us have a look at OBS, and see what's going on. I haven't really streamed a lot at all, so I don't really... Oh look, streaming. I've sort of capped it, and I don't know why. Let's try it at the recommended and see if it can actually do it. I don't know. I do not have the answers. So we'll try this. OBS looks fine. Okay, we're good. We're going to see if that adjusts and adapts. But it could be a rough stream. Oh well. Oh well. Right, so where do I set up here? Lowest numbered sands. Okay. Gosh, it's been a while. Oh, that's convenient. That is convenient. Cool. Actually, it feels quite loud in my head. But it's fine. We'll deal with it. Okay, cool. So, if we can get rid of this city really quickly, that'd be really nice. I am actually going to turn down the sound. Just in my head because it's so loud. Okay, that's fine. Okay, great. Excellent connection again. Feels good? Okay. Right, how do I play this spirit? Oh my gosh. I have no idea. Okay, so I want to experiment with some builds and just remember how to play the spirit. Because a secondary objective is to be able to play this in a multiplayer setting in person, and maybe support newer players as well. And also to kind of showcase how cool some of the spirits are, right? So I will maybe try just going completely along the top and just see how that feels. Yeah, and see what happens. So let's just set up. Do we need to do anything weird with setup? Well, you know what, that's still really loud. I'm going to turn that down. again. All right, okay, we're good. Right, any other setup? During setup on each day, that's fine. Yes. Accelerate the invader deck. On each board, add a town to the land of the discarded terrain with the fewest invaders. Okay. So that's a town here. All right, okay, so what do we need to worry about? Heavy mining, lots of blight. We might be able to skip this. Could we deal with this? We've got some pushes. Yes, we do have some pushes. So we might just push that into there or in here and then try and skip that in the ravage and see what happens. Yeah, seems reasonable. I'm just fiddling around with some windows here just in case anyone says anything. Right, okay, so let's try this. So we always add a presence, so we'll make a little stack there and lose the game. And what do we want to do? Do we need to move? Do we have range? No, but we can repeat stuff. So we do want to push. So we don't necessarily need to. Let's get a miner card. Let's get a miner. Okay. Let's see. I like more Badlands. That feels really nice. I do like extra damage. Range could be interesting. I think I quite like this. So then we can clear up the coast and then maybe deal with the inland. Yeah, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Okay, so we've got one card play. I think I just want to stop this from being a thing. We can do some damage. Yeah, all right, feels good. Right, okay, so we skip the event. We build. We don't have to worry about anything until the ravage. Okay, exploring the mountains. All right, okay. Okay, one fear. And push 2 things from among the origin and target land. So, I mean, we could just push everything in here, right? That feels nice. Okay, and we can do an extra damage. Where's my magnify? And we can target the land that we're in, I believe. So I think we'll do that. So we'll target this land, extra damage because of the Badlands, and we'll just take care of that town. Or we could move into here, actually, and stop a build. Oh, no, we can't. It just targets buildings, so let's just carry on with that. Okay, cool. First turn down. I will probably just see how this goes and get lots of energy. I could have repeated that. Would that have been good? But it has to be in the same land. Yeah, it's fine. So let's start spreading over here. I think we've got 2 range. Yep. So let's go in here. And I think we wanted to skip this, didn't we? Oh, no, we need a sacred site. Okay, no worries. We'll start setting up for probably a skip over here somewhere. That's all right. Maybe. Oh no, we could skip actually. So why don't we go in here anyway? We can move over here and skip. And we can start skipping on that. Maybe do something on the coast. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So we've gained the energy. Gain energy again. 1, 2, 3. And then we can move this way, all the way over here. And then we'll just skip. Cool. Just while we're growing and getting stronger. Okay, so we're going to skip 1 action here. 1 ravage action. We can repeat this card by paying 1. It just gets the fear. Do we want the fear now, or just do we want to save up some money? I think we just save up some money. I think we're okay. Okay. So, first event. Add a town to a coastal land adjacent to a town. That is coastal, and that's nothing. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Destroy explorers in lands with beasts. Add a Dahan to a land with Dahan and no blight or disease. Not this one. That seems pretty good. We've got some nice pairings there. Cool. So now we're going to ravage. We skip that ravage. We're going to build only in one land. That's nice. Okay. Coastal explore. Right. I think that's okay. I think that's all right. We do have a slow. We can move. I think move is the most important thing right now. What are we going to do about this? We could try and draft something for it, or we could just let it go through. I think we can add a presence there anyway. So maybe we just go here. We might be able to move and use this adjacencies to do something next turn. I don't know. I don't really know. Okay, let's try that. So we can add a presence. We're committed. We're committed to the top. Okay, so we can add this here. I think we're just going to reclaim. And add 3 destroyed presence. That's fine. Okay, so we can skip the ravage. Oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. Or we just in reclaim hell right now. We're going to have to let something go through, right? And it might just be this turn. So maybe we don't reclaim. Maybe we get a power card instead. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Right. More energy. That's pretty good. That could be interesting. We've got extra fear here, which is really nice. Oof, gosh. In terms of what elements we do need some sun. And we do need fire. I think this is quite nice, actually. Let's get constancy. Let's get constancy. Okay, cool. Right, so we're going to let this go through. And that's fine. We're okay with that. It's not going to overkill the land, so we just add 1 blight. It's okay. It's okay. Right, what do we want to do? We're sort of setting up for a turn where we can really repeat a card. What card would we really want to repeat? Badlands on the coast, maybe? It's only 1 land, though. I kind of want to shuffle along this way again. Can I do that? Can I unlock something here? No, not quite. We need probably something like this. Sure. Okay, cool. Right. I don't know if you... I squeak my... Yeah, you can hear. You can hear the squeaky chair. Okay. Right, let's try this. So we've got no fast. We're going to take the blight, and that's okay. We do not have any fear cards. 1 fear per player. Okay. In a land with badlands or beasts and buildings, destroy... Okay, that's a shame, because that destroys that badlands. And 1 damage. That's kind of sad. Okay. Just in case Sands explore, I think we'll damage the city just in case. Right. Okay, cool. In the lands with the most Dahan, push half, rounded down. Oh, we could save a Dahan. That could be pretty good. Yeah, okay, sure. So, oh, and this is really good actually, because that takes care of that land. This, oops, this is destroyed, and we get a blight, but that's okay. We can add destroyed presence. Yeah, that is fine. Okay, and What was the overkill damage there, actually? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're good. Yeah, we're 2 off overkill. Right, cool. Yep, and then we're going to build. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then escalation. Uh-oh. In the escalation, we have to change this Dahan into a town, which is really sad. Shout out to the 3 viewers watching. Hello, hello. Right, okay, so, I want to try and deal with this. We might have to skip this. Absolutely, we're probably going to have to skip that, actually. But this has also got a blight. So we need to make our way there somehow. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to play the spirit. We can move and we can add a blight. Do some damage. We can do four damage. And a blight. Is that going to be worth it? Go into here, add a blight. We're not going to be able to get there, are we? Okay. Right. I think we just add some Badlands in there, to be honest. So let's add a Badlands. Let's start thinning it out. And then we can do 2 energy to add another one. And then 1, 2, 3 to add another one. Can we keep going? I think we can keep going. And that is fine for now. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get all the Badlands in here, and then we can move them around later. That's fine. Now we can move this way. I think we want to stay in here, actually, just to skip this since we can. That's a shame. Do you want to add blight? I don't think so. Okay. So we try and hopefully at least stop one of the ravages. I'm worried about these Dahan here with the escalation, and these actually. Okay. Can we deal with anything? I kind of want to make my way this way. That's going to build. If we can actually destroy and wipe out that land, I think that's okay. We might just have to... Oh gosh, this is so tricky. We've got 1 destroyed presence. I kind of want more destroyed presence so I can just move presence around a bit better. I feel like this is the biggest puzzle with this spirit, just to, when you don't have a lot of presence on the board yet, what to do with everything. Any element is really nice, so let's do that. I feel like I really need to skip this. Let's start making like another tower over here. Oh, gosh, this is so tricky. Well, actually, what we can do is we can go here, actually, and then we can reclaim. We can add 3 destroyed presence into here, and we can actually skip it. That's really nice. We've got 1 element that we can use. Maybe we just get the moon, actually, because then that stops us adding blight. Yeah. Okay. Let's just hope things work out. So we're going to skip. We're going to skip this land. This might be not great, but it's okay. We're still healthy. And then hopefully we might be able to actually wipe this out. Yeah, it feels good. Okay, okay. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing the thing. Right. So we're on stage 2. On each board with exactly 1 coastal city. Ugh, right, let's add Okay. We've got a decision here. So we need to add a town somewhere, either land 1 or land 3. But looking down the event, Dahan can also push a town out. So we're kind of choosing where we want to blight. I don't think it matters too much. I think we can maybe just put it in there. We're going to say a Dahan, I guess. But at this point, I'm like, Dahan are a little bit of a liability with the escalation because I can't really move them around very effectively. Do I have any cards which do that? Doesn't look like it. So, I'll put a town in here. I'll put a town in there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Actually, no, maybe I don't. Maybe I just put it in there anyway. Okay, skip ravage actions. Push 1 per 2. So let's just push everything in here and hope we can deal with it. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so ravage. This skips. These Dahan are destroyed. That's still only 4 damage, so that's okay. That's great. We build here. Okay. And we build over here as well. In the wetlands. Escalation. That's actually not too bad. No Dahan are converted. Okay. Right. So now we can move and do some damage. We can do a lot of damage. We can do 4 damage. And we can destroy a presence instead of adding blight. So we can do 8 damage here. But we've got no way to stop the ravage. This is really scary because it's going to overkill. And it's going to add 3 blight. It's not the end of the world. We could reclaim and skip again, I guess. Okay, let's just do the damage in here. It's just going to be the best, right? So 1 damage to buildings and then 3 damage to invaders. So we can do 5 damage to buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 damage to invaders. That gets rid of another city. We're going to add a blight, but instead we're going to destroy a presence. Okay, no Dahan in there to damage. That's looking much more manageable. We've got some fear cards. Okay. Right. Okay. We add another presence. What do we want to do? I think we're going to have to reclaim again, aren't we? I think we reclaim and skip this one. It's just too much blight. I think this is enough energy. So let's start working on card plays. I guess we'll make another tower here. And then I guess we'll reclaim. We can make... Ooh. That's nice. Okay. Right. So let's skip. And that is it. We've got another chance to add another... Or to not add blight. I think I quite like that. So for now, we'll pencil in moon. We can always change it later until we use it. Okay, cool. So we can skip. We skip this land of the ravage. And that is it for now. We could repeat it. And I think it's probably worth it, actually. Just to get to terror level 2. So let's repeat it. And we'll get the 2 fear. And then 2 energy to get another 2 fear. Cool. And that might actually save this coast. You never know. Cool. Right, let's go. Right, event. We're still healthy. Explore in the land with the fewest total things. So we've got 1 in here. I think that's going to be the one. Yep. Disease to a land with 3 or more invaders. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Stops a town, I guess. Yep. Push 3 to harm from a land matching a ravage card. No targets. Okay. Remove stuff from a land with beasts. Okay. I mean, we could try, and maybe we could remove a town, or we might get some defense that could help with that. Okay. Oh, in each land with buildings, destroy 1 explorer per town, 2 explorers per city. Wow. That's really nice. I think it pretty much destroys... Not that one. Not that one. Wow, that's a lot of damage off the board, actually. Okay. Oh my gosh. Each player removes a town from a coastal land. Well, that's just... This is perfect. That's literally what we needed. Alright, cool. So, right, we ravage in the wetlands. That skips. We build in the sands. That skips. And another escalation, but it does not fire, because there are no Dahans. Okay. Right, so again, we can do 4 damage. Sacred Site. I really want to utilize these Badlands. Where's Ravaging? We could shimmy on down here, actually, and destroy this city. Because we might be able to get a defend and do something about that. And it's not the end of the world if it actually blights. So let's just do that. We'll destroy a presence to stop the blight. Okay, time passes. Alright, okay, so we're going to get 2 card plays now. Double the power. I do want to start moving these Badlands to build up areas, probably either here on the coast to stop that cascade, might be good. Yeah. Alright, so we need to add a presence. Let's add one here. And then we can add a destroyed presence. We can always move in there and do some damage. We've got a presence in here, so we can move a Badlands with focus the Sun's rays. Feels okay. We haven't used this card, which I was so excited to draft. But never mind. Do some pushing. I don't know, actually. I don't want to reclaim again. I just don't want to. So maybe we just get... Oh, let's get minor. Let's get a minor. Okay. Visions of Fiery Doom. Oh, that's got Moon as well, so we could get another element with our any. That feels like a good shout. I'm going to pick that up. Great. And that will stop the city build. We could jump in there and do some damage. Yeah. Okay, so let's play this and let's play this to shift some Badlands around. We've got the Moon. We could get a Sun. And that gets 3 fear. That seems like a good deal to me. So 2 fear. And we can do a little pushing. We might as well just put them in there, because it'd be easier to destroy. And that's it for fast, but we'll make sure that we do not add blight with our left innate. Okay, cool. Right, stage 3 already. Oh no. Right, okay. Invaders do +1 damage when ravaging. Okay, so that's going to be 4, 5. That's still not enough to add double blight. That's okay. Jungle wetlands disease with the most buildings. Okay, so we could put it here if we want. Oh, I think there will be good actually. And no hits on the blight removal. We can remove something from a land with presence. That's interesting. That's interesting because we can just stop that build and just not have that be an issue. Okay. Right, so Ravage, this is 5 damage. So we go Blighted. Okay. Don't mind that. I can destroy presence. all good, because we can always add it back. The disease stops that build. Mountains, jungle. Okay. All right. Well, we could fear out. We just want to get rid of cities at this point, don't we? I've got my eye on this city, though it is going to build potentially another one. From anywhere on the island, we could clear that, and then we can move in next turn to. Gosh, we were putting out fires now at this point, aren't we? Okay, well, let's try it. Let's do 1 damage here. No Dahan. We can move this and a Badlands here. Up to 3 from anywhere on the island. So we could do 1, 2. Well, I don't want. I want to keep this in range of these lands. That's enough, isn't it? Okay, cool. So that was fun. So we can do 1, 2 because of the Badlands, 5 damage, and then 3 fear. That's pretty good. So let's do that. So 5 damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. That feels pretty good. Yeah, and then we're going to get 2 cities that we need to deal with, and that's probably the plan, really. That'll be enough to get to terror level 3. Oh, and we need to destroy presence, so we don't add a blight. So the ravages are fine. Feels pretty good. Okay. Right, more sun. Do we want more sun, or do we want energy? I think we want energy, don't we? And then we can reclaim. Let's see. Do this so we've got the repeats available. I kind of want to do damage, actually. We can clear this land. Even more energy to set up the big play. Gain that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can move stuff if we want. I'm sort of jumping ahead of myself here. I guess we can. I'm okay with these positions, actually. I'm happy with that. Right, so 2 energy. So during time passes, we can. How do we do this? Just mark that there. So we can reclaim 1 power card instead of discarding. Cool, and we can get any as well. I think moon is the best element here. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Right, blighted. Destroy one of our thingies, our presents. So let's just do that. Actually, we don't think we need to. We don't actually need to because we don't have 3 cards or an expensive card. Cool. So event. Invaders immediately ravage in 1 terrain type not showing. So that's sands or wetlands. I do not want that. So let us destroy 2 presents to stop that. Add a beast to a land without blight that has a town. Okay, that could pick off that town feasibly in the future. Okay, during ravage in every land, defend 1 per Dahan. Doesn't matter. Add a strife in a land with Dahan. Okay. Feel bad for this Dahan. It's the only one left. Gosh. Right. So ravage. Ravage. That's fine. We're going to build in the. I was going to say forests. Forests work. That's fine. And the mountains, and then explore in the jungles and the sands. Okay. Right, we really need to close out the game pretty quickly. This is obviously a difficult land. We might need to shift into there. Otherwise, we've got 2 cities to destroy. I think we can do it, actually. Yeah, we can do it. Okay, so we've got a tower of 3, so we can repeat. We'll do 1 damage. Or do we add a Badlands? We'll add a Badlands. And then we'll repeat it to do 1 damage, which is 2. And Then 1, 2, 3 energy to do 2 damage again. Okay. Oh. I thought someone was at the door. Someone might be at the door. Might have to go. What am I doing? Yep. Oh, gotta go. Hang on. Right, I'm back. Okay, so where were we? Just finishing off the game. So yeah, we destroyed that city. And then what we can do is we can move everything and do 4 damage this way. That's pretty cool. And then we'll destroy a presence to stop adding the blight. So now we just need to reclaim and get fear, and then we're good. Okay, so we need to add a presence. We will do that. We'll go here. And then we will, let's see, reclaim, and then we can add lots of presents, I guess here. And then we can play this card and this card, and we've got loads of energy. Cool. So we'll do this, we'll get 2 fear, and then we'll win the game. Cool. Right. I am going to... What am I going to do? Screen capture. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to update the spreadsheet. Okay, cool. So what were we on? We're on board A. All right, board A. A, and we played gaze. We won against Sweden for happy days. Okay, right. I'm gonna have to go, but we did some things. We won against Sweden, and we had board A. So that's a dent. So I'm gonna go. Now I'll catch you later.